The reason my family was seeking an attorney was that my daughter Michelle was murdered by an individual who had been released from prison on a clerical error. She was 34 years old at the time and had 3 little boys, ages 5, 7, and 9. The individual who hurt my daughter had been in prison serving 2 concurrent 20-year-to-life sentences for crimes against women. He had been labeled as a persistent violent offender and a sexual predator. He took himself to court and had one of his 2 terms reduced to time served, but 13 years was still remaining on the other sentence. Somehow, in processing the paperwork, they forgot about the 13 years that he still owed, and he was released from prison 13 years early. When I was seeking an attorney, we were having difficulty finding one because many law firms were telling us that we didn't have a case because he had no assets and the state had never been held liable for the actions of an individual. In looking for an attorney, my husband found Parker Waichman online and called up on a Saturday morning and gave some brief details of our case. 10 minutes later, Jerrold Parker called us at home and we met with him that very afternoon. Jerry promised us that if there was a way to win the case, he would find it. He was so outraged by what had happened to my daughter that he said he personally would handle the case and would do everything that he could to get a settlement for my grandsons. Our case went on for 7 years. Ultimately, we won a precedent-setting lawsuit. Never before had the state been held liable for the actions of an individual. Jerry was there throughout the entire case, answered all our questions, met with us, was always available whenever we needed anything. And I will always be grateful to him because I don't know what would have happened in our case had he not been there for us every step of the way.